KCLY's coverage of the Hanover boys at state basketball is brought to you in part by Hanover Hospital Warren Clinic, Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, Hanson Ford of Clay Center, Twin Valley, R.L. Juneman Construction, Oldie Seed Farms, Central Office Service and Supply, and Hanover Electric.
And good afternoon on a opening day of the state championships in high school basketball. Rocky Downing along with our studio engineer, Flip Casper. We have Larry Wallace Jr. along with us, and we have the Hanover Wildcats set to defend their 1A state championship from last season. They take on the 8th seed St. Paul Indians, who got in through a sub-state where the number 1 seed was a 12-win team. They took advantage of it. They've got themselves a chance to play here at the state tournament. Talked with Coach Lose, as you heard on the pregame walk, and we talked on we had a little time to talk on the road trip over here to Dodge City today a little bit. And I was mentioning that this team knows what it's like to play in the state championships. First time, though, to come out to Dodge City, and it was a change from last year at Emporia. It was going to be at Hayes. Then they got bumped out to Dodge City. But as we walked into this place, Walt, this is a really cool venue, the Civic Center at Dodge City Community College.
Yeah, it is. We do a little bit different setting than we're sitting on a stage here, a really long stage with all the press, and then the other half kind of looks like Bicentennial Center. It's got the seats over there, not just benches, the personal seats, but all the seating's on one side of the gym.
Yeah, it's an interesting setup, but pretty cool to see the Hanover Wildcats get a chance to have all of their team announced, their administration, and now the starting lineups announced as well. They're about ready for tip-off here from the Civic Center at Dodge City. It's the 1A Division I State Championships opening round. Your number 1 seed, Hanover Wildcats, getting set to go against St. Paul when we return.
Wherever you live in the area, you're never too far from Kramer Oil. With locations in Barnes, Beatty, Clifton, Greene, Greenleaf, Herkimer, Lynn, Marysville, and Washington, you'll find self-serve pay at the pumps for a convenient and quick fill-up when you need it. Kramer Oil also provides bulk fuel delivery and works closely with their customers to meet their supply needs. They continue to cover Clay, Washington, Riley, and Marshall counties with bulk fuel delivery and exceptional customer service.
For over 65 years, Hanover Electric has served the area with all their electrical, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. They appreciate the support they've received from the local area year after year and the friends they've made along the way. Hanover Electric is proud to welcome new clientele and look forward to many years of working together. They will continue to provide excellent service to the community. Hanover Electric keeps everything running efficiently.
When it comes to moving dirt, count on the expertise of Ron Juneman, owner and operator of R.L. Juneman Construction of Hanover. His experience comes from many years of working with heavy equipment, getting your waterways, terraces, and ponds built, along with clearing trees. He also has excavators and a dump truck to haul lime and rock. His work is amazingly accurate, wasting no time in getting the job done right. He has done work throughout the entire KCLY listening area, and his rates are reasonable. Call 747-6623.
The opening tip-off of the 1A Division I State Championships is won by St. Paul. The Hanover Wildcats going with Will Bruno, the 6-foot junior, Trey Losey, 6-foot and a senior, Michael Juneman, a 6-foot junior, Hayden Brawley, 6'2" and a senior, and senior 6-foot Devin Juneman on the court for the Hanover Wildcats for Coach Kim Losey here to defend their state championship. St. Paul, 3-ball up top, misses badly to the left, but they get a rebound. Back up and crawling in down low in the paint is the bucket put up and in by Albertini. A correction, the shot put inside by McCracken, and it's going to be a 2-0 start. Now Bruna to answer on the other end for 3, rattles off. Will Bruna with a 3-point try wouldn't go down, and it's St. Paul back the other direction. Nope, down inside. They try to get it down low. Shot block in low by Prawley, and he'll bring away the deflection as well. McCracken tried to get it back up again, and now Hanover racing down the court. Devin Juneman, mid-lane, had it stripped out of his hands. Now the ball is loose. St. Paul has a 2-on-1 break going the other way. Losey will foul before the shot. Blocking foul called on the floor, so he stops the bucket as Hanover got it turned over, and St. Paul got out quickly. And now to the baseline it goes for St. Paul to inbound from their own baseline underneath the backboard. It will be brought in by Brendan Doherty in the corner right deep to Noah Winter. He will dribble drive, cut off Prawley, a second block shot, and he brought down the deflection once again. 2-0, Hanover trails with the basketball early in this opening quarter. Bruna with it out top, and tipped pass is hauled in by the Wildcats' Michael Juneman. Now Bruna the drive, kick to the corner. Losey free ball in the way, and the senior's just strong. Weak side rebound comes away to Patrick O'Brien. O'Brien, the big fella, at 6'3", a junior for St. Paul. And then McCracken down inside, we've talked about already with the bucket and a couple of moves in low. He's a 6'3" junior. Hanover in a 2-3 zone, really extending with Losey and Juneman outside. Crawley in the middle, Will Bruna to the weak side. And now an offensive charge called against Brendan Doherty, and that's because of the defense of Devin Juneman outside by the Wildcats. So Hanover gets, in essence, a turnover with good D, and basketball goes back again to Hanover. It's going to be Will Bruna down the floor with it. Hanover in a 2-3 zone. Thus far, it's been St. Paul in a man-to-man. Here's Losey toward the free throw line, backs it out, three-pointer, step back, rattles off, rebound rolls away to Jace McCracken of St. Paul. Hanover back defensively. Losey's had a couple of good looks for three. Now a tip out top by Juneman. Off to the races. The run out. Lay in, and we're tied. Michael Juneman, the steal and the takeaway down court for two. And now Hanover puts some full court pressure on the Indians. 2-2 tie, 5:45 to work. In trouble in the backcourt, Doherty. Now he gets it up the floor to Winter. Three-point line right. Cut off by Crawley. Good defense not to go for the little head and shoulder fake. Now out deep it comes to Brandon Doherty. They'll go baseline left. McCracken way outside Doherty for three. Long rebound. Tracked down by David Bourne. He'll take it up inside. No. Tip forward to Devin Juneman. Racing to the other end. 1-on-2. No numbers. Stops. Kicks it right baseline. Trey Losey. Ball fake. Starts to drive it. 5:15 to work opening quarter. Hanover with a 2-2 tie. Losey for three again. Strong. Weak side rebound comes off to Noah Winter. Little pressure off the rebound to St. Paul by Bruna and Juneman. Down the corner right it goes to McCracken. He'll stop, and out deep it's thrown to Raven Bourne. Back in the left corner, Winter against the Hanover 2-3 zone defense. Bourne, right side wing, takes the three, drives in, kick out. Doherty way outside for three is short. Rebound, though, to the big fella in low, Patrick O'Brien, and it's St. Paul with a 4-2 lead. 4:40 left to go opening quarter. Will Bruna down court, behind the back, now crosses over from left to right. He thought it was tipped out of bounds by St. Paul. The official says it is off of the Hanover Wildcats, and kind of a sloppy start in all reality for the Wildcats.
Well, I think a little adrenaline there, especially like Losey, for example. He's had three nice looks at open threes, and he's missed all three of them long.
St. Paul against the Hanover Wildcat pressure, and they break it, but they travel before they get to the bucket. McCracken had a chance to go in for a lay-in, but he took steps, and Hanover gets it back. It's a great point. A couple of the passes were quicker than normal for Hanover, too, I think, which was resulting in turnovers, and in the shots from outside, as you mentioned, just going strong. So see if they can get a breath here and maybe get things calmed back into their style of basketball. 4-2, Hanover trails. 4:18 to work in this opening period. Will Bruna, and a blocking foul called out top. No, it's an illegal screen called against Devin Juneman of Hanover. I thought they were going to get the defender for blocking the ball handling of Bruna, but they got the illegal screen instead, and so Hanover turns it over to St. Paul. The Indians leading 4-2. You know, Hanover had a long road trip. We talked with Coach Losey in pregame. St. Paul much longer. They're over in southeast Kansas making the trip over here, almost to the Missouri border. Midway point, first quarter, 4-2. Hanover trailing by a bucket. Drive inside by Bourne. Doherty, three ball left side, rolls it in, and it's a 7-2 start. St. Paul with the lead over the Wildcats. That's about the third three-point try by Doherty, and he finally connects on his first one. And Hanover finds himself down by 5. Here's Devin Juneman for a three ball to answer, and he drops it in. The senior drills the three left corner. It's 7-5. Hanover down by 2 and a full court press on. And they get the travel. Almost wasn't called. Far side official able to see that back foot drag, and Hanover forces the turnover and has it back. They trail by a bucket. Big three by Devin Juneman, and then the turnover forced by the Hanover pressure. Michael Juneman will inbound it for the Wildcats. Hanover has it. Out top is Bruna with the dribble. Top of the key it goes to the senior junior, and he'll hand off Losey with the left hand all the way to the glass, and we're tied again at 2, or at 7-7 after the 2 by Losey. Pass comes inbounds for St. Paul. The drive down court. Bourne gets it inside. McCracken shot up and good. They beat the pressure again a couple of times, and it's been able to get down court. Once they traveled, the other two, they've been able to get buckets off of the full court press. And now a foul is going to be called on Doherty. Blocking foul as Will Bruna was driving it inside. 9-7, Hanover down by 2 with the basketball. 3:04 to work. They'll inbound from the baseline. Lobbed in to Hayden Prawley. Back to the bucket outside Bruna. Step back 3-ball. High archer is strong. Rebound, tip out by Michael Juneman to Losi. Hanover still with the possession, down by a bucket. Losi, corner right to Bruna. Will Bruna, high post. Devin Juneman, pull-up jumper on its way. 15-footer, no. Rebound comes off to Chandler Struthers, who is in now for St. Paul. And Struthers has it picked away by Losi. Down court, Bruna against Bourne. The strip away and a foul call. That'll be 2 free throws for the Hanover Wildcats. And the defense gives a couple of times down the court, but the defense is taken away too often. The pressure's going to cause some problems, I think, for St. Paul.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of been all or nothing. They've either Hanover's gotten a turnover from them, or they've taken it down and broke the pressure and gotten a layup.
Brune at the stripe. First free throw is up and good. He's 65% free throw shooter on the season. He's made 57 out of 87 attempts on the year, and he knocks the first one down here in the state tournament and puts Hanover within 1 at 9-8. 2:39 to work, first quarter. Second free throw up for the 6-foot junior, and Will Bruna makes it a tie ball game at 9 apiece, and that pressure will not set up off the Made Charity. They'll instead drop back, and I think they go man-to-man. Let's see if they match up. Now they go 1-3-1, so they go out of the 2-3 zone. Michael Juneman out at the point, Prawley in the middle, Bruna on the backside, and then the wings are Losi and Devin Juneman. Around left it comes to Winter. Skip pass right. Doherty hit his last 3. They love to set him up. He's long on this one. Rebound comes out to Devin Juneman. And at the timeline, he gets by a defender, Bourne. To the wing right, Losi. Looks down low. Ball fakes. Now dribble drives. Oh, what a give off to Prawley inside. Hanover has their first lead. Trade Losi to Peyton Prawley. And it's an 11-9 ball game. Wildcats lead by a bucket. It's a great drive and dish by Trey Losi that time to set up Prawley down low. 11-9. Right side wing is Bourne. He'll back it out with the dribble. And now gives it around to Winter and Doherty on the left side. Now to the high post. Winter has it blocked by Prawley. It's got to be 3 or 4 block shots by the senior post. Juneman back the other way. Minute 35 to work. Wide open for 3. Juneman unable to connect this time. Rebound to Braven Bourne. Tipped away by Losi. Picked up Michael Juneman. Great head and shoulder fake. He'll get O'Brien up in the air for the foul. And it puts the Wildcats back at the free throw stripe again.
And that's 5 turnovers for that we've created against St. Paul. And you mentioned the blocks by Frail. He's got 3 blocks and 3 rebounds because he rebounded the ball every time that he doesn't just swat it out of there, and he just keeps it, goes straight up, and gets the rebound himself.
Textbook defense really is what it is, and probably with the 3 blocks and 3 rebounds, as Wong mentioned, so doing some big work inside. And at the free throw line, Michael Juneman connected on the first. Hanover now a 3-point lead. Second free throw up. This one also good. So Michael Juneman now with 4 points. And Hanover, who trailed 7-2, has now gone on an 11-2 run to take a 4-point lead at 13-9. Back down the court, St. Paul with it. Hanover Wildcats lead at 13-9, a minute 19 to work in this opening quarter. Right side wing and deep is Struthers. To Bourne. He'll dribble penetrate, and he is blocked by Losi. They're going to say a foul called, and the bucket goes in. Trey Losi is going to pick up his second foul early in this one. Went up for the shot block. Bourne somehow got through the initial contact on the basketball. Then it went to his wrist, and then he finished it in the mid-lane. And so it'll be at the free throw stripe for St. Paul, a chance at an old-fashioned 3. It was not an easy shot to finish. Somehow Bourne got it up near the rim, and it fell home. Now a rebound comes off to the Wildcats' Dick and Stahlbomber, who is in. Losi coming out after that second foul call. Here's Bruna all the way to the paint, and the bucket good. The drive and the bucket by Will Bruna, and it's 15-11. Again, Hanover leads it here by a bucket with under a minute to go in the first quarter. Winter has it out deep. Off it comes now to Braven Bourne again. Around left to Noah Winter. And over in a 2-3 this trip down. Jump stop in the paint. Struthers off glass, no. Rebound to Stahlbomber. He'll dribble out of trouble, stop, and give it off to Will Bruna. 40 seconds left first quarter. Hanover leads it 15-11. Bruna out top with the dribble. Has Winter out near him as St. Paul is in that man-to-man. They've been in it since the start. Hanover may milk this down. See if they go into motion. No 5 count. Bruna shakes by Winter for a moment. Now works it left, hands it off with 21 seconds. It's outside now in the hands of Carter Bruna. 15 seconds. The freshman at 6 foot holds it outside. Now they'll go into motion with 11. 15-11, the lead for Hanover. Down to 8. Coach Losey yells go, and they go into motion. Here's Will Bruna, left wing, to the free throw line. Jump ball fake, then jump shot up and splashes through. Bruna before the buzzer puts Hanover on top 17-11. 1 quarter in, Wildcats by 6 here at the Dodge Civic Center in the Dodge City in 1A Division I State Championship basketball. We're back in a moment.
If you've ever tasted a made-to-grill bratwurst, you'd know why Hanover could become the capital of the bratwurst industry. Their time-tested family recipes include 3 great flavors: original, cheddar, and spicy. Made-to-grill bratwursts are premium products made with 100% pork and no fillers. They also make a premium sausage named after Super Bowl MVP and NFL Hall of Fame inductee John Riggins. Ask for them at your local supermarket, order them online at madetogrill.com, or taste them at Snapper's Pub and Grub in Hanover.
B&W Electric in Hanover is your local electrical specialist, and they're ready to meet your residential or commercial needs. They can handle rewiring jobs, installations, new construction, and more. Rest assured, the work will get done right the first time by professionals who know the job. B&W Electric is ready to handle any project that requires a backhoe. Keep them in mind for all your electrical needs and backhoe service. B&W Electric, proud fans and huge supporters of the Hanover Wildcats.
Once again, we bring you back again to Dodge City, the Civic Center, where the 1A Division I State Championship's taking place, and Hanover fell behind 7-2 and then went on a 15-4 run. They lead by 6 to begin the second quarter, and they had the basketball. Bruna in the corner right, Stahlbomber for 3. It's short. Long rebound, though, to Carter Bruna. Mid-lane jumper off glass. A lot of contact, no foul call. Rebound comes away to St. Paul. Raven Bourne will bring it up himself. Bourne, a 5'10 sophomore, goes left baseline. Here's a 3 ball from Struthers. Air ball strong. Rebound weak side. Well, Bruna. Hanover on the move. Bruna, top of the key, all the way to the paint. Ball stripped away. It's lost, and the rebound is back to St. Paul's. They bring it across the timeline. Just underway, second quarter. Bruna, did he force the turnover? Now the official's going to ask for help. Will Bruna knocked it away, and it went off. It looked like the knee of Bourne, and they get it right. The official calling for help. The other official said he saw it. It was right in front of Coach Kim Losey and us, for that matter, and so it was the right call. Hanover gets it back. Will Bruna brings it across. Noah Winter out defending against the Wildcat Junior. Screen comes from Stahlbomber. Bruna, hesitation move. Now to the baseline. Stops. Double teamed. Outside to Stahlbomber. Top of the key, it comes to Devin Juniman. 7 minutes remains first half. Hanover the basketball and a 6-point lead, 17-11. Here's Juniman for 3, just short. Good look for Michael Juniman that time. The rebound comes off to Winter of St. Paul. Noah Winter, the point guard outside, 5'9 junior. Now to Bourne, around left to Struthers. Back out to Bourne. Hanover in a 2-3. They've shown 2-3 zone primarily. They did go 1-3-1 late first quarter. Long 3 look by Bourne. He doesn't take it. Now in the corner to Winter. Winter back outside. 3-point attempt on its way is strong. Rebound, battled for. Devin Juniman, good position. Draws the foul against Patrick O'Brien. That'll be the second on the big post, I believe. Correction, that is going to be called on Anthony Albertini. 6:23 left in the first half. It is Hanover with a 17-11 lead. Trey Losey back in with the 2 fouls. And it'll be Will Bruna who brings it up the court.
And Doherty for St. Paul back in the game. He also has 2 fouls.
3-point threat we've seen from Doherty and for Losey as well. Doherty hitting 1. Here's drive by Carter Bruna. Blocking foul called against McCracken of St. Paul. And this will be the 16th foul now against St. Paul. 6:10 remains first half, so about to the bonus for the Wildcats. Carter Bruna out. Aiden Prawley comes on for Hanover. Will Bruna will inbound from the baseline, right of the glass. Outside it comes to Losey. Trey, top of the key for Will Bruna. Squares it up. Now puts the dribble down, backs it out. 6 minutes to work in this second period. Stahlbomber has it. Right wing and deep. Now left elbow to Prawley. Corner left. Bruna with the dribble still. Now to the lane. Free throw stripe across the paint. Backs it out. Open for 3. The look on its way. And it splashes home. Will Bruna now with 9 to lead all scores, and suddenly it's a 9-point Hanover lead here in the second period. Doherty out top to Bourne. Back to Doherty, left wing. Now to Bourne again. Drives the lane, floater, fingertip roll, no. Rebound battled for, pulled in by McCracken. Jump ball call. The arrow belongs to St. Paul. So the Indians keep it. It'll be Michael Juneman back in. Devin Juneman gets a breather. 20-11. Hanover the lead with 5:28 to work second quarter. Doherty brings it inbound. Gets it back in the corner, right back outside to Bourne. Bourne with the dribble. Hanover down to 1-3-1 off the inbounds play from the baseline. Michael Juneman out top. Now to Bourne again. He will swing it left and deep to Doherty. Now back on the right elbow, Struthers to Bourne. Now a long three from Doherty, almost banked in. Rebound, good board by Stahlbaumer up above everybody. His lob pass down court is going to be tipped out of bounds off of St. Paul. Bourne, the last to touch it. He just thought it was off of Trey Losey, who was trying to bring it down to the sideline. Very close play. Losey will inbound. Hanover does keep possession. They lead by 9. Stahlbaumer with it, hands it outside to Will Bruna. Bruna between the legs. Now dribble penetrates. Mid-lane floater up, and it drops home. He's got 11 now, and Hanover's out to a 22-11 lead. 4:44 remains here in the second quarter. Wildcats stretching it out a little bit. Will Bruna starting to take over somewhat as well. He's got 11 now in this contest. Now they drop it inside to McCracken. Crawley, good defense again. Board comes off to McCracken and outside to Struthers. Around right to Doherty. He'll dribble penetrate. All the way to the lane. Shot up, no. Rebound, Albertini. Back outside for Bourne. Cut off by Losey. Now Losey, or the ball goes down low as Losey cut him off, and Albertini airballs one from the baseline right. Will Bruna to the board. Midway point, second quarter. Michael Juneman pull up 3. They called him for steps before he got the shot away. Catch and set. They said a catch and step. Tight play. Back to the direction to St. Paul. We'll go to possession. And again, it's Hanover leading 22-11. Raven Bourne with it. Between the rings out top here at the Civic Center, where Dodge City plays their basketball as well. 1A Division II basketball also taking place here in Dodge City. That's over at a different arena, though. Corner left is Struthers. He'll bring it outside with the dribble. 2-3 zone by Hanover. To the post, they go inside, and we've got a blocking foul against Crawley. I think more than a blocking foul, it was that maybe he put his hand on him, and the foul was called. The drive by Raven Bourne, 5'10" sophomore, very active on the offensive end, and his dribble penetration has caused a little bit of a problem for Hanover.
Yeah, it has, and he doesn't look 5'10" either.
I agree.
He's like 5'8", but he's not afraid to get it in there in the lane.
And he'll shoot the floater just across the free throw line, or he'll take it on in. He's dropped a couple passes off in there as well, so something against the zone that is at least given some opportunities for St. Paul, but Peyton Crawley does a great job defending anything that gets in the lane, and now it's St. Paul catching the inbounds and is stepping out of bounds on the sideline, so Hanover gets a gift, the basketball back with 3:40 left to work first half. It's 22-11. Hanover leads by that margin and has possession back. They go high post to Crawley, looks back door. Now back outside, the ball tipped away and taken by Winter. Race to the other end, Losey cuts him off, but Winter able to get by and get the lay-in home, his first point. And Hanover's lead is at 9, 22-13.
Only thing Losey could do, he couldn't try and pick up his third foul there.
Yeah, with 2 fouls, all good. Feed Losey sets up Crawley for 2. Peyton Crawley has 4. Trey Losey with the dime thrown with the left hand right on the money. 3 minutes left first half. It's 24-13. Here's a drive by Doherty, taken away by Losey. Now he picks it up out of trouble and will bring it back for Hanover, who leads by 11. That's their biggest lead thus far. Stahlbaumer outside to Losey. Around left it comes to Bruna. He'll hold against Winter. Now between the legs, hesitation move. Out to the baseline left, Michael Juneman. He'll dribble penetrate, kick out top. Stahlbaumer 3, just rims off. Juneman keeps it alive inside. It ends up, though, in the hands of Raven Bourne. Out to Noah Winter. He'll attack the lane, hangs and shoots, won't go. And now a rebound to Will Bruna results in a 1-and-1 chance on the other end. The foul called against Anthony Albertini. And Will Bruna will have a 1-and-1 chance, out to 11 points already for the 6-foot junior. and he can give Hanover their biggest lead of the game. And early on, 7-2 St. Paul. Since that time, the Indians have had some trouble shooting the basketball.
Yeah, and Will's got hot and made some good passes too. He missed his first 2 threes that he took, but ever since then he's knocked down everything. But I missed that free throw. I should have.
May have been a slight jinx on the free throw shot. He made his first 2 of the game. Hanover has hit 4 out of 5 from the line. St. Paul's get to shoot a free throw in this first half. Here's O'Brien down inside, unable to get it. Rebound comes off to Will Bruna. Hanover leads by 11, 2:05 to work in the first half. Losey, right wing and deep. Back outside to Bruna. Skip pass. Michael Judeman's got a great look at 3, just short. Rebound, Frawley, back up and finishes. Peyton Frawley's got 6 now. The 6'2 senior gives Hanover their biggest advantage yet. It's 26-13. Down court, Bourne with it. Hanover back at a 2-3 this trip. Right side wing, Doherty. Kick left, a winner. Looks down low. Instead, high post, McCracken. Now they get it to O'Brien inside. He's fouled. He drops it in with the foul. And a chance at a three-point play for the big junior at 6'3", Patrick O'Brien. 26-15. In will come Carter Bruna, 6-foot freshman. Trey Losey will come out. The foul against the Wildcats that time was on Devin Juneman, his first, and O'Brien knocks in the free throw. He's got 5 points. That leads the way for St. Paul. Hanover leads the game 26-16, nearing halftime. A minute 30 left to work. Bruno works it up the floor. Now left off the screen. Now he goes away from the screen to Crawley. Down the paint, turns, spins, shoots it short. Rebound comes away to Braven Bourne again. And he's going to race it the other direction. Sophomore now stops in the front court. Around right it goes to Doherty. Doherty backs it out with a dribble. Now hands it off to Bourne. Trying to weave it out top against the 2-3 zone. Now to Winner. They go inside. Here's O'Brien. Kick out Bourne. And we've got a 3-second violation before Bourne could get the shot away. O'Brien had posted, parked it, caught it, ball faked it, kicked it out all inside the lane. So they kind of had to call that one.
That's 9 turnovers that Hanover's forced so far in the first half.
1 minute left, second quarter. It's 26-16. Will Bruna brings it across. Looks right on the wing. Carter Bruna now with it. Carter will dribble penetrate. Kick out to Devin Juneman. Now he'll give it to Bruna outside. Back up top. Michael Juneman, 3 ball. Just strong. And the rebound, correction, that was Carter Bruna with the 3 chance. Michael Juneman and then Carter Bruna with that shot have had great rotation on their threes and great releases. They just haven't gone down. In front court comes Bourne, outside to Winner. And now the ball taken away by Carter Bruna. 28 to work. Bruna down court, lay-in. The run out good. He had a defender chasing, but Carter Bruna knocks it in. And now Hanover's lead is at a dozen, 28-16. 19 seconds to work. Out top with the dribble is Winner. And they're going to go for a final shot. Will Bruna burn the nets with a lay-in at the end of the first quarter. Braven Bourne trying to get a shot away. 4 seconds. Now 3 seconds. Lobs it right side. Doherty with 2. With 1. They'll get it off. Long 3 from Winner goes in. And Hanover's lead will be 9 going into halftime. Wildcats up 28-19. We're headed to half. We'll be back after this.
From birth and routine checkups to emergency care and rehab services, the Hanover Hospital and Warren Clinic is a place where residents experience a lifetime of health care. It's a small community hospital that takes pride in who they are and those they serve. The Hanover Hospital and Warren Clinic also supports the Hanover Wildcats in all their academic and athletic endeavors. They encourage everyone to cheer on the student athletes in the classroom, on the court, on the field, and in the community. The Hanover Hospital and Warren Clinic are proud fans of the Hanover Wildcats.
When you need maintenance service or repair for your vehicle, how can you be sure you're choosing a professional repair facility? One you can count on for excellent service, integrity, and dependability. One way is to visit Floyd's Auto Repair, an auto valued service center. They offer complete general automotive repairs and represent the best of the best with top quality parts and reliable certified techs. From a simple oil change to engine overhauls, rely on Floyd's Auto Repair, your auto value service center. and Hanover.
Bruna Implement, your local Case IH dealer, offers specialized repair services and maintenance on your machinery. See them for the best farm implements for the right job at the right price. Bruna Implement extends their support to the area student athletes in tournament action. They have enjoyed watching the teams play, improve, and grow as a team and as individuals. Congratulations to all the area high school teams for making it to the postseason playoffs. Bruna Implement is extremely proud of your success.
As a producer, you wear a lot of hats, from livestock expert to machinery and crop expert. For ag lending expertise, you can count on us. We'll help with the loans you need for livestock, seed, and equipment. So when it comes to ag, talk to us. Like you, our field is agriculture. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
We're just making a living, making things grow.
Back once again in Dodge City, the Hanover Wildcats had the half-2 lead, but by just 9, 28-19. But Blanc, they jumped out to a really rough start. As you said, maybe the adrenaline going as the number 1 seed here at State in an early afternoon ball game. They were down 7-2, went on a run. They had the lead out to 12 before a long bomb for 3 at the buzzer went home for St. Paul. But you just get the feeling St. Paul's hanging and playing their tails off as an 11-win team on the season. But Hanover's just kind of keeping it at bay, and may just put a run on to start the second half.
Yeah, and they got better as the half went on. Hanover did. They started out slow. They took a lot of three-pointers, right, and they turned it over a couple times in the first couple of minutes, and they missed several three-pointers. After that, let me give you some stats.
Yeah.
They really shot well from inside three-point line. They were 9 out of 12 from inside the three-point line, only 2 out of 10 on three-point shots.
Wow.
4 out of 6 from the free throw line, and they out-rebounded St. Paul 14-11 in the first half. Hanover turned it over 6 times, and they forced 10 turnovers by St. Paul.
You get the feeling St. Paul's decided they're not going to give fast break points and offense in the lane, although Hanover's still gotten there some, but they are going to give them looks at 3. Hanover's a good three-point shooting team. They just haven't done it thus far in this ball game. They get some of those to go. I don't know where St. Paul's going to go with the defense in that man-to-man.
Yeah, they'd be in trouble. Like I said, just 2 out of 10 from beyond the arc there in the first half for the Wildcats.
They're 164 out of 412 as a team. That's 40% of the team from three-point land for Hanover on the season.
Yeah.
So obviously,
if they would have hit a couple of more, then we'd be talking about a 34-19 lead.
Yeah, look a whole lot different.
Yeah, it would. It really would.
Let's take a time out here again where you're listening to Hanover Wildcat basketball from the 1A Division I State Championships. We're back after these.
Wherever you live in the area, you're never too far from Kramer Oil. With locations in Barnes, Beatty, Clifton, Greene, Greenleaf, Herkimer, Lynn, Marysville, and Washington, you'll find self-serve pay at the pumps for a convenient and quick fill-up when you need it. Kramer Oil also provides bulk fuel delivery and works closely with their customers to meet their supply needs. They continue to cover Clay, Washington, Riley, and Marshall counties with bulk fuel delivery and exceptional customer service.
At Sapp Brothers, they pride themselves on the high level of service they provide and their ability to meet their customers' special fueling needs. From bulk gasoline and diesel to propane and oil delivery, Sapp Brothers is a fuel source to residents and businesses alike in Marshall and Washington counties. They can deliver a variety of bulk fuels to where you need it, at your home or out in the field. Contact them for a competitive fuel quote. Call their Hanover office at 337-2446.
Blue Valley Telecommunications knows how important schools are to the local communities we serve. That's why we're proud to offer high-quality, robust internet speeds to allow students to succeed. That's also why we strive to stay active in each of our local schools through scholarship programs, school media grants, and so much more. We aren't just supporting students right now, we're helping build a better community for the future. For more information, visit us at bluevalley.net.
Anybody can sell you tires. Earning your trust takes more. With so many brands of tires that are specific to different needs, OK Service can help you select the best tires for your vehicle. They have tires for whatever you drive, from cars and light trucks to tires for your semi. OK Service carries all the brands that perform the way you need them to. And if it's time for an oil change or you need new brakes, OK Service is glad to help you out there too. OK Service in Hanover, earning your trust by providing quality products and exceptional customer service.
First of two games coming your way on KCLY today. First here in Dodge City, and then another short road trip for Wonk and I to head over to Emporia for the Clay Center Lady Tigers playing tonight at 8:15 at White Auditorium. Be a great opportunity there to check in on the Lady Tigers and first-round matchup with Baldwin, last year's runner-up, and Clay Center, last year's third-place consolation winner. And so those two teams will battle for a chance to play the rest of the weekend. And then we're back here again tomorrow at Dodge City with the Hanover Lady Wildcats, who will open up play against Toxie. That also a 3 p.m. tip-off, and then we'll see where the coverage takes us from that point on as far as what teams win and move on. And we hope to have a whole slew of games as the weekend rolls in. It's a fun time of year for everybody.
Oh, yeah, it is. And it's, a little bit of a road trip. But we should be getting everywhere we need to be, hopefully on time. Starting off pretty good here. Hanover's got a almost double-digit lead going into the second half, so they should hopefully come out and take control of the second half and be able to play 2 more games the rest of the week.
Hanover is led in a ball game by 11. Let's look at St. Paul scoring to start with. Brendan Doherty has 5, a 3-pointer, and 1 bucket inside the lane. Patrick O'Brien, the big guy at 6'3", a junior, has 5 points, including an old-fashioned 3-point play, then 2 each from Noah Winter and Jace McCracken. For the Hanover Wildcats, we mentioned Bruno with 11, 1 free ball. He's hit 3 field goals. He's 2 of 3 at the free throw stripe. Peyton Prawley with 6 points. Michael Juneman with 4, 3-pointer from Devin Juneman in the first half, and Carter Bruna and Trey Losey with 2 points each. It adds up to a 28-19 Hanover Wildcat lead. We are at halftime. Stay with us. Your second half is just a couple of minutes from getting underway.
For over 65 years, Hanover Electric has served the area with all their electrical, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. They appreciate the support they've received from the local area year after year and the friends they've made along the way. Hanover Electric is proud to welcome new clientele and look forward to many years of working together. They will continue to provide excellent service to the community. Hanover Electric keeps everything running efficiently.
When it comes to moving dirt, count on the expertise of Ron Juneman, owner and operator of RL Juneman Construction of Hanover. His experience comes from many years of working with heavy equipment, getting your waterways, terraces, and ponds built, along with clearing trees. He also has excavators and a dump truck to haul lime and rock. His work is amazingly accurate, wasting no time in getting the job done right. He has done work throughout the entire KCLY listening area, and his rates are reasonable. Call 747-6623.
If you've ever tasted a made-to-grill bratwurst, you'd know why Hanover could become the capital of the bratwurst industry. Their time-tested family recipes include 3 great flavors: original, cheddar, and spicy. Made-to-grill bratwursts are premium products made with 100% pork and no fillers. They also make a premium sausage named after Super Bowl MVP and NFL Hall of Fame inductee John Riggins. Ask for them at your local supermarket. Order them online at madetogrill.com or taste them at Snapper's Pub and Grub in Hanover.
Central Valley Ag believes that each employee contributes directly to the cooperative's growth and success. This is your invitation to become a member of the CVA team. Go to their website. You can see a current list of job openings, information on benefits, even sign up for one of their email lists. Visit cvacoop.com/careers. Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Central Valley Ag, where the customer comes first.
28-19 ball game. Hanover Wildcats have the lead and the basketball to begin this second half of play. It'll be Trey Losey and Will Bruna, along with Michael Juneman, Peyton Prawley, and Devin Juneman to start this second half for the Wildcats, their original starting 5. Bruna with it right side, turns the corner all the way to the glass. Fingertip roll up and good. Bruna now with 13, and Hanover back to a double-digit lead now at 30-19. Noah Winter with it. Out top, Hanover to 2-3 zone this trip. Bourne back to Winter, around right to Doherty. Now to Winter. Left side wing is David Brown, or Bourne, who hit that 3 right before the buzzer. Now dribble drives again. We mentioned before, he causes problems down in the lane. He now has 7 points after a 5-point first half. Here's Bruna across paint. Trey Losey up and good. Wildcats answer quickly. Losey, the senior, now has 4. It's 32-21. Winner back down the floor, stops out top. Needs to get rid of it, does so now to Doherty, and back to Winner. To Doherty again, left and deep. Drops down inside the lane. Now up top, Winner for three, and he drops it in. So St. Paul just hit their third three of the game for Winter, his first three ball, and the lead is 8 points for the Wildcats. And now they turn it over. It's up to the corner from Bruna to Losey, and it's thrown away. He thought Losey was going all the way to the baseline. Losey stopped to catch near the wing, and so Hanover got out to the early bucket. And now St. Paul's answered. They're within 8. 6:47 to work here in the third. Right side and deep, Doherty. Top of the key, Struthers for St. Paul. Now left on the wing, it comes to Bourne again. Around right, Struthers comes back to Bourne. Struthers at the point. Now right on the wing, it goes to Doherty. To Struthers. Ball fakes it, tipped, and taken away by Michael Juneman. Down court, Trey Lucey the run out. Nobody around him. Easy lay-in for two. Lucey has 6, and the Wildcats back to a 34-24 lead. Bourne will bring it down. Michael Juneman gets part of that 2 points after a great tip away, and then fed Losey, who was off to the races. We know his speed. Here's Bourne outside, around left and deep is Struthers to Bourne, around right to Doherty. Still on the perimeter for St. Paul. Now Bourne for three, no good. Long rebound, McCracken keeps possession for the Indians. Here's a drive inside Struthers, back out top to the right wing. Doherty sets for three, strong. Weak side board, Trey Losey. Wildcats on the move with a 10-point advantage. 5:44 remains here in the third. Devin Juneman, wide open three ball. Bang! Hanover's up by 13. Devin Juneman's second three ball of the game. That's all 6 of his points thus far. 5.5 to work, third quarter. Hanover now by 13. St. Paul had cut it down to an 8-point contest. Here's a turn inside by McCracken. Shot block again. Guess who? Peyton Pauley. The rebound off to Will Bruna. Bruna behind the back. Double team. Gets rid of it. Devin Juneman. Right corner. Trey Losey, three ball. Yes! There's the three-pointers that weren't going in the first half. And now Hanover's raced out to a 16-point lead, 40-24. Still 5 minutes left, third quarter. Bourne with it out top. To the left elbow, jump stop in the lane, rises up, strong, rebound, tipped around, Losey pulls it down for Hanover. Wildcats will stop at the mid-court line and set offense. Here's Michael Juneman, corner left, Will Bruna, another three, just strong. Michael Bruna keeps it, Juneman keeps it alive, and they'll stay out of bounds off of Juneman on the rebound try. 2 of 10 first half, Walt, is that right?
2 out of 10 first half, and 2 out of 3. It's like a little different.
And it's showing on the scoreboard, too, with a 16-point advantage for Hanover. Bourne brings it across. Wildcats in the 2-3 zone. Right on the wing is Doherty. Now to Winter. He'll drive, and a foul called against the Wildcats. That's the first whistle of the third quarter.
Not sure who that was on. It might have been on Losey.
If it is, it's his third, and it is. So, and Trey Losey's caught fire. He's got 9 points now. 7 in this quarter alone, but he picks up his third foul. Winner at the stripe cannot connect on the free throw. They called this on the shot, too. I really thought it was before Winter was going near the rim, but they called it on the shot. Missed the first free throw. Winter has 5 points, hit a 3 earlier in this quarter. Second free throw up. This one rattles strong. Rebound tipped around to the sideline. Out of bounds off St. Paul. It will be Hanover's possession. Wildcats lead 40-24. 4:29 left third quarter. And they have the basketball back in their possession. St. Paul stays man-to-man. Will Bruna, front court off the screen set by Prawley, and the ball taken away by Noah Winter. Winter racing the other direction. Cut off by Juneman. Laying no. Rebound to Losey. Now Hanover's going to push it. Losey, half court to Juneman. Devin Juneman drives, hangs in the air, off glass and good. Tough shot. Devin Juneman has 8, and the lead is 18 now for the Wildcats. 4 minutes remain, third quarter. St. Paul, Winter to Bourne in the left corner. Backs it out. Outside again to Winter. Back to Bourne. Just not much inside for St. Paul to get the ball in low. They do get it to McCracken, but he goes into a crowd. Now kicks it back outside. Here's Bourne, the give-off. And we've got an offensive foul called against St. Paul. I tell you what, Devin Juneman took an elbow to the mouth when the Kraken was trying to post inside, and he was on the ground actually for most of that possession. He's still trying to kind of shake the cobwebs out.
Yeah, he is. And you know what? I think he got one of those earlier in the game, too, right now. And he's having a rough time. But Hanover's doing a good job because they're guarding that three-pointer. But when they do get it inside, they got a double team on that big guy every time.
Collapse inside on the post. You're right. Oh, there's a good-looking low for Prawley, and he knocks it in. Hanover's up by 20. Hayden Prawley has 8. And a timeout taken by St. Paul. Wildcats stretching it here. They lead 44-24. There's 3:23 remaining, third quarter when we come back.
United Bank and Trust has been fulfilling the banking needs of families and businesses in Northeast Kansas for decades. United Bank and Trust is always advancing, and now they'd like to offer a free mobile deposit feature within the mobile banking app. Endorse, click, and submit your check image for deposit. It's a mobile fast world out there, and so is United Bank and Trust, the bank of your future. Visit our website at ubankonline.com or your local branch for more information. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hanson Ford has your next vehicle on the lot, and they have the financing program to make it happen. If you're in the market for a certified pre-owned Ford vehicle, now through April 4th, you can get 2.9% APR for up to 66 months. Picture yourself in a Ford Edge, Escape, Explorer, or Expedition, or maybe a Ford Focus, Fusion, or F-150. Look them over, take a test drive, and make your choice. Get there while the selection of Ford vehicles is best at Hanson Ford and Clay Center.
44-24, Hanover's jumped out here in this third quarter. I say jumped out. They got it by 12, and then it was cut back to 8, and had a little cautious moment, and the Wildcats just put the hammer down.
Yeah, they've had a nice lead since late in the first quarter, but St. Paul's went on a couple of runs. They cut it down. They even had down, but now this is the biggest lead they've had, and St. Paul actually I've seen a couple of heads hanging at that last time out.
It would get tough to battle, and then look up and see you're down by 20 when you were right in the thick of this thing in the third quarter. 44-24, down court it comes to Doherty. It's St. Paul's possession, 3:15 to work third quarter. Winner has it, right wing deep. Inside the lane, Albertini, shot off glass, no. Rebound tipped by Stahlbomber, picked up by Will Bruna. Here comes Hanover again, ball batted out of bounds. Great effort by Bourne to go up and just get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds to disrupt the fast break option for Hanover. Wildcats on the floor, Prawley, Stahlbomber, Michael Juniman, Trey Losey, and Will Bruna. Losey to inbound from the sideline, high post Stahlbomber. Backdoor look for Bruna. Down low on the block, turns, spins, right back to Stahlbomber. He'll step in the paint, put it up and good. 22-point lead for the Wildcats, taking Stahlbomber's first points of the day. 46-24. Under 3 to work third period. And a near takeaway by Bruna. He does knock it out of bounds, just unable to keep it in play after he'd made the poke out. William Peters in now for the Wildcats. Hayden Prawley will get a breather. So it's Peters and Stahlbomber along with Losey, Michael Juniman, and Will Bruna in there. And now Carter Bruna is on, and that'll bring Losey out. 2:46 remains third quarter. Hanover with a 46-24 lead. St. Paul with the basketball. Noah Winter, right wing, toward the baseline. Stops, double teamed. Outside to Albertini. Now Bourne for 3. Good. This guy's kind of fun to watch. 5'10", maybe, sophomore. Maybe with the fro, the hair and the curls gets him to 5'10".
5'10" with that fro.
But he's pretty fun to watch play the game. Here's Will Bruna, left wing. Hesitation move. This guy's pretty fun, too. Shot up, no. Tip in. Stahlbomber. He's got 4. The lead back to 22. Correction, 21. After the 3 by Bourne, the last trip down. It's 48-27. Right side wing, Braven Bourne. 2:08 to work third period. Crosses over against Michael Juniman. Has to get it back outside the Winner to Struthers. Now it's Michael Juniman. Great anticipation in the steal. Hanover back with possession and a 21-point lead. Stahlbomber, 3-ball, just strong. Weak side board comes away to Winner. Under 2 to work third quarter. Now we've got a foul in the backcourt on Will Bruna, trying to pressure on Noah Winner in the open court. So the basketball back to St. Paul. Hanover leads it by 21. Devin Juniman back in. Michael Juniman gets a break. Carter Bruna, Will Bruna, along with Stahlbomber and Peters on the court. 48-27. Hanover leads it here in the 1A state championships, first round. Winner will play Friday at 4:45. Centralia on the other side of the bracket. There's a shot in the lane again by Bourne, able to get it up and off the front iron. He's in double digits now with 12. Hanover's lead is 19, where it was just moments ago. They stretched it out to as many as 22. Juneman for three, strong. Rebound, Peters inside. Gives it off to Carter Bruna. Back to Juneman. Three ball on its way. This one's short. The rebound tipped, though, by Caleb Pesha of St. Paul. He didn't mean to. Tried to draw his hand back, but he'd already made contact out of bounds. Hanover keeps possession. 19-point lead, a minute 12 to go, third period. From the baseline, now St. Paul will inbound or bring in Doherty in. Winner will come out. Will Bruna for Hanover will inbound it. Right of the glass. He has four around the square as they get set to bring this in play. They'll go outside to Carter Bruna. Steps in between the legs, hands it outside to Will Bruna. Around right, Bruna behind the back, free throw line, stops. Right wing deep is Stahlbomber. Lob inside Peters. William Peters back outside. Stahlbomber to Will Bruna. Three ball up and short. Rebound battled for. O'Brien has it. Attacked by Hanover's double team, but he's able to square it up and get it out to his teammate Struthers, and now off to Doherty. Doherty, three ball left side, just rimming out. That thing hung on the rim for a moment. See Doherty walking the other way, a sophomore at 5'11", frustrated, shaking his head because that looked like it was down. 30 seconds to work in the third, and Hanover likely to milk this down for a final shot with a 19-point lead. Devin Juneman has it with 22 seconds. Now to Carter Bruna. Carter holds outside, 18 down to work. He'll back it out. Down to 13. Man-to-man by St. Paul. Here's Carter Bruna. Hands it off to Will Bruna at the point. Ball fake, steps in. The ball taken away by Doherty. 5 seconds left. St. Paul's got a chance. Doherty down court. He's fouled. He'll shoot free throws with 1.7 to go here in this third period. So Hanover trying to get it down for a final shot and ended up with the ball taken away. And to the free throw line, Brendan Doherty, who has 5 points all in the first half. This will be just the third and fourth free throw attempts of the game for St. Paul. They missed their first two. They'll make the first one here. Doherty, a 5'11" sophomore now with 6 points. 48-30. At the free throw line, Doherty to shoot a second. .7 seconds left. This free throw rattles home. It's a 17-point game. Hanover from half court. Bruna, good if it goes. Just off the glass. Headed to your final 8. It's Hanover leading 48-31 when we come back.
Timing is everything on wheat fertilizer. It can maximize both yield and nutrient use efficiency, thereby increasing net profit for the producer. At Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed and Feed, we offer a complete line of fertilizer and herbicides best suited for your fields. Timely control of weeds can limit soil moisture loss to weeds and prevent the deposit of more weed seeds in the soil, 2 factors that can benefit the next crop's yield. Our field specialists Brett, Allen, Darren, Kent, Mike, and Kenny at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed and Feed are here and ready to help you.
Hurry! Time is running out to get signed up for the 2016 CARE Color Race. Join us on Saturday, April 2nd for this fun and crazy 5K sponsored by Twin Valley. Proceeds benefit CARE, your local animal shelter. To be guaranteed your shirt and goodie bag, you must sign up before the Friday, March 11th deadline. Visit twinvalley.net/color for all information and to get signed up. We hope to see you on April 2nd at the Color Race.
Back once again to Dodge City, 1A Division I state championships. It's the Hanover Wildcats now out to a 17-point lead to begin this fourth quarter walk. Give Hanover credit. They knocked down some threes. Their defense really ate up St. Paul, but give the Indians some credit, too, for just kind of hanging in here.
They are. Once again, they've made a little run. I think they've scored the last 5 points of this game. Not making it easy on Hanover.
And now Hanover with the steal. Will Bruna down court. Michael Juneman swatted away on the strip out. And it's going to be a foul on a reach against St. Paul. Let's see if this is on the shot. I believe it will be. And that'll put the Wildcats at the stripe. The former Michael Juneman, who's 2 for 2 at the line. He has 4 points in the game. 7:48 remains just underway in this fourth period. Michael Juneman's first free throw is good. He's 3 for 3 at the stripe. Neither team with much of a chance at the line really in this ball game. Hanover, though, has taken advantage when they've been there.
They're 5 out of 7.
Second free throw here.
6 out of 8.
Got it, Walt. That is 6 points for the 6-foot junior. Timeout taken here on the court. 19-point Hanover Wildcat lead. You're listening to Hanover Wildcat State Championship Basketball on 100.9.
Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy in Clay Center is your durable medical equipment provider for bath aid safety, walkers, scooters, wheelchairs, and other supplies and products. They offer quality, durable medical equipment to care for yourself or your loved one at home. You can rely on them for unsurpassed value and service. Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy is dedicated to helping you find the right product and the right solution to make your daily life a little more comfortable and enjoyable with durable medical equipment.
Fourth quarter action, 7:48 just underway in this fourth period. Hanover out to a 19-point lead now. They've led by as many as 22 in this contest. Out of the timeout on defense against St. Paul, it's Bourne, the drive, the kick out to the corner. Back outside, Winter for 3, short. Rebound, Will Bruna. 7:34 to work, fourth quarter. Hanover, a 19-point lead into basketball. Bruna brings it across, and to the right wing it goes to Losey. Free throw line, William Peters. Back to Losey. To the corner it goes to Michael Juneman. He'll step back for the 3 ball, and he splashes in another one. That's his first triple, but Hanover in the second half has now knocked down 3 trays. That's more than they did the entire first half when they shot just 2 of 10 from beyond the arc. Now they lead by 22 again, 53-31. Doherty outside the Winter, and it's taken away. Will Bruna, 2-on-1. Bruna across paint, no, fakes the pass, but can't finish the shot. Lost the defender with the fake of the pass, held on to it, couldn't finish it, and now Michael Juneman forces a turnover as Noah Winter for St. Paul just trying to get it down the floor. Hanover brings Carter Bruna in. Will Bruna out. 22-point Hanover Wildcat lead, 53-31. Will Bruna comes over with hands raised as if surrendering after missing the lay-in a moment ago, and gets a laugh from teammates and Coach Losey on the sideline. Free throw line is Devin Juneman. He'll back it out. 53-31. Right side wing, Trey Losey holds it out. Now looking in low, stops. Gives it off to William Peters out deep. Hanover leads it by 22. Opening round of the state championships. Carter Bruna between the legs. Now to Devin Juneman. Kick out. Carter Bruna ball fakes. Drives in, stops to Juneman again. Losey has it, wing left. Skip pass, Michael Juneman, 2-pointer up. 4 rims off. Rebound away to Struthers for St. Paul. 6:05 left here in this ball game. Hanover leads by 22. 3-pointer in the right corner. St. Paul missing. That was Kenny Haney's first shot attempt of the game. And the rebound comes off to Hanover. Haney, a freshman for St. Paul, just had gotten in the game a moment ago. Here's Michael Juneman with it. Ball fakes to the free throw line. Tried to bounce pass it low to Carter Bruna. Taken away by Struthers. Struthers all the way down the floor. Swatted out of there by William Peters. The deflection does go, though, to Haney of St. Paul. Skip pass to Bourne. It's stripped away by Losey. Trey Losey, half-court stripe. Holds with the dribble. Let's offense set. Corner left is Devin Juneman. In the lane looking for Peters, and he's fouled by McCracken coming over the back. 5:26 left, fourth period. Hanover leads 53-31.
Peters is a pretty good young low post player in there. He can move his feet, knows how to use his body. And that time he got himself in position. The only thing that St. Paul could do was to foul.
And he's long, too. 6'3", and just a freshman. So, yeah, that's good work in the post. Inbounds play. Trey Losey pull-up jumper's good. 24-point lead, Hanover. Here in the fourth quarter, Losey into double digits. Only had 2 at the halftime break. He now has 11 in the game. It's 55-31 Wildcat. Out deep it comes to Bourne. Around right to Pesha, their sophomore. Very young St. Paul team, so great experience for this squad to get to the state championships. McCracken left elbow no. Albertini had it for a moment. Tipped away by Devin Juneman. Picked up by Michael Juneman. Hanover with it the other direction. Left wing and deep Losey. Devin Juneman wide open, 3 balls, short. Long rebound, right back to Devin. Now Losey in the corner. His 3 is through. That's 14 now for Losey, and that's a 27-point Hanover Wildcat lead with 4:38 to work here in the fourth. Struthers out deep. Raven Bourne, right side wing. Tasha, back it comes to Bourne. Well beyond the arc, nearing the midway point of this fourth quarter. Long 3 from Bourne, and he gets it. Whoa, way outside. Raven Bourne now with 15 points to lead all scorers.
That was Steph Curry, right?
It was. 4:14 left in the fourth. Hanover leads by 24. Basketball back in their possession. Here's Prawley, free throw line. Ball fakes. He'll take the jumper now. Short. Rebound. Devin Juneman tipped it, but right to Albertini. Bourne back the other direction for St. Paul. The drive in the lane. Hangs, hands it off. Foul called. The Kraken will get to the stripe and shoot 2. First of 2 games coming your way on KCLY. It will be the Clay Center Lady Tigers tipping off at 8:15 tonight in Emporia. So won't be a long post game. Wonk, you and I will.
That's right.
Gonna get eastward bound. At the free throw line is McCracken. First charity up and is through. He has 3 points now in the game. Into the game for St. Paul comes Dawson Lemons, as Bourne will come out with 3:55 to work. Sophomore with 15 points in the game. McCracken makes 1 of 2 at the stripe. Correction, he makes both. He has 4 points now. 3:50 left. It's 58-36. Hanover leads with under 4 minutes left in this ball game. Michael Juneman, right wing. To Losey. Left corner, Devin Juneman. Back to Losey. Back in the corner, Juneman looking low. Losey again. Skips it right to Michael Juneman. Back to Losey. Left baseline, Devin Juneman. Losey again. They get it to the post for Carter Bruna. Now Devin Juneman, 3-pointer up and good. Left corner. It's 3:25 remaining. St. Paul getting a timeout, just wanting to substitute in, and Hanover will do the same during the break. They are going to, I think, continue play as soon as they get substitutions in, and they will just get it right back on the court. 3:24 left. Hanover starting to take serious control now, leading by 25 with this 3:24 remaining in this ball game.
Yeah, and they have finally put St. Paul away here. But, you know, you got to give St. Paul a little bit of credit, because every time I thought that Hanover had them several times, but they put on a little run. But here's nice. To be able to, you got to play, you're going to play 3 games in 4 days. So get some guys out there, some working in some minutes, keep your legs as fresh as possible. So good for Hanover.
61-36. They've hit 4 threes in the second half, and their defense has just really dominated and gotten out on some fast break opportunities they've taken advantage of. St. Paul with the basketball. 3:07 to work. Here's a 3 try from Haney. It's strong. Long rebound, weak side. St. Paul knocks it out of bounds. It goes back to Hanover. Kevin Diedrich in for the Wildcats. Also just coming on is Adam Fritchie. Devin Juneman checking out. Jeff Fritchie and Diedrich. Dakin Stahlbomber, William Peters on the floor, and Carter Bruna stays in. It's a lot of freshmen, and there's 1 sophomore maybe out there right now. 1 sophomore and 4 freshmen, I believe, for the Hanover Wildcats. They're getting a chance to play a couple of sophomores and 3 freshmen. Here's Stahlbomber, one of those sophomores, 3-pointer no. Rebound, he gets his own board, hands it off to Peters. William Peters to Diedrich, 3-pointer right wing, just strong. Rebound comes off into the hands of Kelly Spilbush for the St. Paul Indians. 2:35 remains. It's Hanover by 25, getting set to make plans for a Friday here in Dodge City. Pull-up jumper 3-pointer goes home by Dawson Lemons. Quick stroke that time, and Lemons drops it in. At the high post, it comes from Fritchie outside and around right to Diedrich. Now in low to William Peters. Backdoor look for Stahlbomber. Carter Bruna called for a travel before he got it going. Hanover will advance to the 4:45 game on Friday here at the Civic Center, and they get the winner of Centralia. Yes, their old rivals from the TVL against Pretty Prairie. That's the second game today. The winner of Centralia Pretty Prairie will play the Hanover Wildcats on Friday afternoon at 4:45. 61-39 here. 2:02 left. Here's Haney for 3. This one's short. Rebound. William Peters way in the air. for the board. Now he hands it off to Diedrich. Under 2 minutes left to work in this ball game. Diedrich across the timeline. Left on the wing deep. Brendan Zabatrisky with it. Zabatrisky into Peters. Nice spin move. Pull-up jumper, no. Had his own rebound for a moment, but it's taken away now by Pesha. 61-39. Hanover the lead on the way to a Friday semifinal. There's a three-point attempt out top again by Pesha. It's missing. Rebound comes off. Check Lemons the shot. Rebound comes down now to St. Paul, and a foul called against the Wildcats. So free throw chances coming for the Indians. At the stripe is Kelby Spillbush, who will get a chance to shoot two, a 5'11 sophomore for St. Paul. Minute 28 to work. Free throw line missing. Spillbush. Hanover, big game from Will Bruna, 13 points. Trey Losi, 14 in this contest. 9 from Michael Juneman. 8 from Peyton Prawley. 8 from Devin Juneman. Great balance. Spillbush knocks in the second free throw. Hits one of two. 21-point Wildcat lead. A minute 25 to work here in the fourth. Diedrich left and deep to Cade Cohurst. Now around right it comes to Zabatrisky. His three, no good. Rebound, knocked out of bounds. That's off of St. Paul. It will stay with Hanover. So the Wildcats will inbound. Diedrich will take it out right of the glass. 4 around the lane. In the corner it comes to Cade Cohurst inside to Peters. Tip pass taken away by St. Paul. Minute 8 to work. St. Paul in transition. Backing it out is Pesha. Albertini turns, takes a jumper off balance. No, rebound, weak side, ripped down by Fritchie. And under a minute to work, it's Hanover on their way to the semifinals Friday. 4:45 will be the tip-off time. Diedrich, high post to Peters. Right side wing, 3 ball on its way. Zabatrisky just rimming out. Peters keeps it alive. Now a step-in shot, no good, taken that time by Cohurst. St. Paul the rebound. 61-40. 38 to work. Corner right it goes. Back outside. Pesha's going to take a three, and it's strong. Rebound down low. Fritchie battling hard. Pulls it down. Jump ball call with 29.6 now left to go in the game. 61-40. Hanover the lead. Diedrich will inbound. And will walk it up the floor. Hanover can just hang on to the basketball. St. Paul will not foul. Wildcats out deep to Diedrich. He and Zabatrisky will play catch for the final 12 seconds here. Hanover Wildcats are going to win it. It's a 61-40 final. Hanover's on to the semifinals Friday at 4:45. They'll take on the winner of Pretty Prairie and the Centralia Panthers. 4:45 Friday. We'll come back right after this, wrap up this one, and get you set for another game later on tonight. But the Hanover Wildcats win round one, 61-40. We're back in a moment.
I was arranging gift items when in strolled Maureen. Can I help you, Miss O'Hara?
Here it is, nearly St. Patty's Day, and I'm feeling so forgotten.
Why, Miss O'Hara, you're one of the most beautiful things to ever come out of Ireland. What you need is a little gift. Here at Central Office, we've got lovely St. Patrick's Day and spring gift items like leprechauns and acrylic pots of flowers, hummingbirds and butterflies, and willow tree figurines, all designed to make a beauty like you feel special.
Oh, Central Office Service and Supply Guy, you probably say that to all the pretty girls.
This is Mallory with Farmway Co-op, and I have some news for our area graduating high school seniors. Farmway Co-op is offering 5 $1,000 scholarships to assist the further education of our Kansas students. Farmway Co-op is committed to improving, encouraging, and empowering the healthy development of our students, so make sure you apply today. Deadline is March 15th. Applications can be found at any Farmway location or download from www.farmwaycoop.com.
Back once again, we bring you to look at this ball game. 61-40 is the final in this one. It is Hanover with the win by 21. They got it by 27, and then able to get everybody in this ball game and to play some minutes. St. Paul led by Raven Bourne's 15. They get 5 each from Noah Winter and from Patrick O'Brien. Brendan Doherty had 7, 4 from Jace McCracken, 3 for Dawson Lemons, and a free throw for Kelby Spillbush there late. Hanover, just great balance. 14, Trey Losi. That is 12 in the second half. 13 for Will Bruna. That was 11 in the first half, so they flip-flop roles. 9 from Michael Juneman, 8 from Peyton Prawley and Devin Juneman. 4 points for Dakin Stahlbaumer, and Carter Bruna would knock in 1 bucket as well. It's a 61-40 final for Coach Kim Losey's team to get the win and now to get a chance to move on to the semifinals on Friday afternoon at 4:45. They get the winner of Pretty Prairie and Centralia Wonk. Pretty impressive that Hanover could struggle the way they did shooting from three-point land first half, have a decent lead at 9 at halftime, and then really stretch this thing and put it away in the second half.
Yeah, and they shot really well from 2-point range, and that helped the not making so many from 3-point range. 17 out of 24 for the game from 2-point range. And then just, as the game went on, getting that lead, just being able to get more people involved. And like I said, it's a state tournament. Get some of those guys out there and play a little bit. Plus, you get a couple of minutes off of everybody else's legs because you got 2 more games to go in the next three days. So good job all the way around by Hanover.
Hanover Lady Wildcats will play tomorrow at 3 right back here in Dodge. For the Hanover Wildcat boys, it's 4:45, their semifinal game on Friday afternoon. Right now, we're going to wrap up here from Dodge City. We'll see you again in Emporia. Lady Tigers of Clay Center play Baldwin. Tip-off at 8:15 here on 100.9.